Hi everyone and welcome to the Still Standing podcast. I'm Jessica and
I'm Sarita, and today we have on the lovely Debbie. I met Debbie at was it Wellness Festival?
Fun day,
Kind of
wasn't it?
fun day wellness festival for mental health. I was there with the Cam Collective, and you had your little hut up, and I went over and we had a great chat that day, didn't we? We were standing there for a while chatting to you. So we delighted to have you on, and I know that you're here to share your story of why you started what you started with your wellness packages, and domestic violence as well within your life. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your story?
Okay, so I'm Debbie. I'm 46. I started wellness this time last year after a moon cycle.
Yeah.
I went on this journey. I don't know how with Christine Higgins, and I could hear everything around me, but just followed the journey, and I could see my ma and my dad, and they were coming to me with answers rather than questions, and I knew the question what they were on about. I went home. The biggest thing was that I remembered everything, and my memory is crap. So I said it about 3 times to different people, and I was like, right. And on the Monday, I pulled over my computer, and here I have wellness.
Was it just a random day?
It
It
just
wasn't
took
something that you were
Wow.
thinking of for a long time. It just came
No.
up in that moment.
It just came up in that moment. I've always been caring, so I've been a carer. I nursed both my parents while they were
fair
sick,
play to you.
and they died. My son is paraplegic, so I've been a carer for him. And it's just always been in my nature to care. So when I done the first one, the Calm edition, and I just wanted everything just fell into place it was, and just ideas kept coming, and I couldn't believe it, and I still can't believe it.
It's so
that I have a
fulfilling.
business.
It's so fulfilling, and you needed to give something.
Yeah, because
You wanted to make people feel good
100%.
and make people feel like
fulfilled,
fulfilled in
something
themselves.
for
looking
them.
after themselves,
A
because
little self-care.
Yeah.
I never looked after myself. I thought self-care was getting my nails done, getting my hair done.
Yeah.
That's nowhere near self-care.
No, it's
That's-
inside.
it's
We need to be looking
inside,
after us
yeah.
inside, yeah.
And like when I look back through my life now, I've lived so much in flight mode and survival mode that it's sad. It's really sad.
So would that be with the domestic violence?
me whole life?
Oh, your whole life.
Me whole life. When I think back to my childhood,
Right.
it wasn't a bad childhood, but there was things in it that I wouldn't have thought that I would have put my kids through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or anything, but literally, it just all started. Like when you go back, you can see it's from
You
your
see,
childhood.
your inner child.
Yeah.
We are who we are, from when we're very young. All that learned behaviour, our attachment styles, why we are why we behave how we do. So bring us back to when you were a child. How was your childhood?
So childhood, my parents drank. I wouldn't have said they were alcoholics, but they weren't home a lot.
But that was like every Irish household, wasn't it, back
Yeah.
then as well, though? It would have
They
been.
loved the pub,
Like
didn't they?
I look back now and I think like they didn't do anything wrong.
But
They
we'd be
didn't
lying
have
there in the pub with the
tools.
crisps and the bottle of Coke
Yeah.
under the table. Everyone smoking around you.
Yeah. And they didn't do anything wrong. That's all they knew, the tools that they had.
Yeah.
Well, we're so lucky because we're all more open at talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really do think the next generation are going to crack it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
We're
think
learning more and more.
Yeah, I think our parents had alcohol, then there was the drugs.
Yeah.
And now,
Now it's the next.
It's wellness.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the addiction
Yeah.
now. It's
Yeah.
wellness. If you're not going to the sea swim or moon cycle,
What
are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even like drinking anymore.
No.
And I drank.
Yeah.
I only
Yeah.
said that yesterday. I know I give out a lot about social media, but I said the only positive I do see from social media is that it's kind of making sober popular because
Yeah.
everyone's coming together now with
Yeah.
the likes of wellness events and stuff
Everything
like that.
is, a lot of people are starting to share their own stories and their own self-care.
Yeah.
Their own, journeys of finding themselves and
Yeah.
who I really am. And,
It's
there's a lot of
crazy.
it now, so it's great to see.
Yeah.
It really is. So when you go back to your child, did you have brothers and sisters?
I was an only child.
An only child.
Snap.
Maybe that's why they picked on us.
Maybe.
Didn't have any big brothers.
Yeah. But that's I always say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us.
An only child.
An only
Yeah.
child, but my dad had other kids, and he wasn't my biological dad, but he was with me ma from I was 3 months old.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He was your dad.
it was crazy, like, because he
Yeah.
had 3 marriages before that,
Wow.
2 kids with each wife.
Oh, no.
Didn't get married to me, man. Didn't have a child with her. Instead, went off for 37 years. So, like,
They didn't have to have the paper. They
no,
just lasted.
no,
Yeah.
they didn't. And he was an
Lovely.
amazing dad and an
Yeah.
amazing granddad. And, you know, I'm really blessed that he left a son behind that looks after me and checks in with me every week.
Lovely.
And he's coming over to visit
So
me.
you're close to the siblings?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
close
on
to
your
one.
on
I'm close
your
to
dad's
one.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I need.
And that's all you need, yeah.
Exactly.
And
lovely.
great bunch of friends.
That's
that
good.
I'm lucky to have after the domestic abuse
Yeah.
because
You need your friends.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that
Yeah.
then. So can you give us a little bit, like obviously people that would have listened to us would have known that I've been through domestic violence. So
Yeah.
what was your experience like with domestic violence? If you
mine was, my ma got told that she was terminally ill, and I can remember walking out Beaumont and I was saying to her, "What are you crying for? What are you
Yeah.
upset for? You're gonna see me nanny, me granddad, me ma." I didn't realise
you're very positive.
it was me.
Yeah.
It was me that she was gonna miss.
Yeah.
And she wasn't going to be there to protect me. But I only learned that after she died.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden I was faced with, who's going to mind my kids
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I die? You know?
When you put yourself into
it's a fear that we have as
position.
mothers,
yeah,
isn't it?
definitely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what did I say to her? I said, I'll be grand. I said, don't be worrying about me. Just send me a nice husband and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she had a joke. A real big joke she sent me. So I went to... she died in St. Francis. No, sorry. I brought her home from St. Francis to die. And I went to... She died in the June. In the September, I went to a ball for St. Francis Hospice.
Yeah.
Right.
And in strolls this person.
Lovely,
And-
charming person, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
well, yeah, at an event like that, you think.
Yeah.
But they do,
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%,
abusers
like-
always have the appearance and persona of a lovely, charming, nice
Oh.
person.
Yeah, very caring,
I'm really
empathetic.
loud and
Yeah.
the whole centre
Yeah.
of attention. But I just thought my ma sent this fella for me.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
that was what I asked her.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it was stuck in my head
Yeah.
then. And now looking back, he was just a walking red flag from the start.
Yeah.
From the first night I met him,
Yeah.
the way he was, I should have.
But you didn't see it because you were in grief and you
100%,
thought, Mum
yeah.
sent me this
Yeah,
guy to look after
I was like,
me.
it has to be just St. Francis Hospice. Of course, it has to be.
It's
Of course.
sign,
And
yeah.
that would make you think he's a very genuine person.
Yeah, because he's at that event.
Because
as
he's
well.
at that event and this
Yeah.
is you would think he's lovely.
You would, yeah. But
And when you say
Nah,
you've seen
afterwards.
red flags from the very beginning, what was the red flags that you
Well, looking
can
back
now look back
now,
on
yeah.
and see? At the time they were green for you.
looking back now, I remember talking to his friend, and he just cut straight across his friend, stood in front of him. No, we weren't talking about acting romantically. Stood in front of him and just was like, "Look at me," and
He had to be the centre of attention.
Yeah, I'm a very outgoing person. I would be very funny. I used to be, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
and I was like giving him stick and all.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
then swapped phone numbers, and I should have known that night, like, where are you?
Oh,
What you
already,
doing?
like,
and I
yeah.
was like, oh, I'm at home, and he's blah de blah. Anyway, it moved really quick.
as they do.
Well, the intenseness. So that's
Yeah.
you're looking back when you go back to that at the time that would have been love.
Well,
It's,
you
it's
would have
love.
thought it was
You would have
love.
thought this is love.
Oh, 100%.
The intenseness.
Yeah,
now when you
I
look
would
back, you know,
and
it's-
even when like we had a forced argument, I can remember being able to speak about the argument, and he was listening, and I thought, oh, this
Very
is
attentive.
great, and
yeah.
and just when I look, I don't even know where or when it started anymore because it's just like a black hole with
Yeah.
some little lights.
And so much has went on, and then there's a lot of stuff that you're probably blocking out as well because you're trying to protect yourself. You don't want to fucking remember.
Yeah,
Do
and
know
you
what I
don't
mean?
even like you. I can't believe this. Signs were right there in front of me, and I couldn't see.
But none of us do. And I find, like, from my own experience as well, like that when you go through something traumatic. So, for my example, my partner passed away That's how I actually met Three. We've always said this, sorry, but we're always saying this. But I met my son's father then, and like that as well, I thought my dead partner was sending him to me. And even though there was bad things happening, I was like, oh sure, it's just a fight. It's just a fight. It's just a fight.
Fine. Yeah.
But that only goes so far until they start hitting you. So what type? I don't want to. It's up to yourself. What do you want to share? But what type of abuse were you experiencing from him?
Oh, definitely mental.
Yeah.
Physical was really. I don't even know the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
I really don't even know the first time.
Because it was so often.
Yeah. Do you feel
It's
it
not
started
even-
with emotional? Was it?
Oh, it was
the
definitely psychological.
Psychological,
Yeah.
Like making you
question yourself.
Gaslighting.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't. So my kids' friends used to come. My house was always full of kids. They all used to come to my house. They used to have dinner. They call me Ma. The Ma's would know where they are.
Yeah.
They'd ring me, and I remember. I think it was we had a birthday party, and I was sitting next to my son's friend, who would have been my son, because we'd been on holidays together, everything.
Yeah.
And I got accused of being with him. And
Yeah.
I got accused of being with, I'm not even joking, women,
Kids, women.
everything.
But
Yeah.
sorry for butting
No,
in.
go.
Was he cheating on you?
Oh, 100%.
So
That's
this
what
is
they
his
do.
But I didn't
yeah.
cop it.
That's what they do. Me and her always saying this is what they do. They blame you on
Yeah.
cheating. There's
Yeah.
one finger pointing at you and a tree pointing back at them.
But
It's always the same.
even when I found out he was cheating, still didn't finish it. And people always say, "Wow, what made you stay?"
It's very
Unless
hard when
you're
you're in.
it,
Yeah.
You don't know.
you don't
yeah.
understand, because the threats of your
Yeah.
house,
Your family.
kids. I was accused of being with my cousins. He rang me.
Wow.
Stop.
It's
He'd
shocking.
ring me cousins and all, and
Really?
accused him.
That's insane.
And I just being more embarrassed.
Yeah.
And that made me more stay with him.
and
if that
probably
makes sense.
isolated yourself
100%.
because of the embarrassment.
You don't, my house was, when I say the party house, I don't mean party house, I mean where
Open house.
everybody gathered.
Felt comfortable.
Typical Irish
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Everyone's in and out. and-
Everybody.
Yeah.
It was my nanny's house, and then she passed away, and it was my house. And,
Yeah.
and I stopped doing all that.
So do you feel you started to shrink yourself and change who you were, change your
I
personality?
don't even think I
started to
knew who I
change?
was.
Yeah.
I really do think I only started finding out who I was when I met me partner, ex-partner now, but
Yeah.
he was that partner.
Yeah.
He gave me the space and the love. Like, I've never been able to trust anybody.
But you could trust him.
You could trust.
To I didn't even know what trust was. Now I know what trust was, but I mean, like with my kids, I never felt like, he treated the kids as they were his kids.
Yeah, that's
And
lovely.
The second part, the one after the
just
abuser,
the
yeah.
one that me ex now.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting on the side of the bed, and I had a cough, and I was up weeks with this cough, and I remember saying, "Do you know what? I could check out now. I know the kids will be all right."
This when you were in your domestic
This,
violence.
no, not the domestic violence
right,
one.
the
I
new
mean
one,
the
yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
Like, I never once thought I want to check our life,
Yeah.
Really?
but because I've never had the safety.
I get what you mean. He gave you the
He
room
gave me
to
that
breathe.
safety
Yeah.
and that space where I just thought, you know what, I've been through enough. My son got knocked down, my mum and dad dead. You know what I mean? I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm just surviving. And when I look back now, the poor kids, like, there's a picture on my page, and it's literally like I am like a shell
Really?
compared to
When you look
the
at
next
that now.
picture. Oh,
Yeah.
And what is the name of your page, just so the listeners...
Wellnest by Debbie.
Wellness by Debbie. So what is the picture? This is the picture after you left the relationship.
Yeah, there's one of
Before and
after I left.
Yeah.
There's one when I was in my next relationship,
And there's one now.
and there's one in now.
I seen them.
And you look amazing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's a big difference.
Is there?
Oh,
I
Yeah,
must go on
I
and
seen
have a
them.
look
There's a
after.
big difference, and you can see in someone's face how much
And I wasn't
it's
even
just
with
that
him then.
you're deflated.
The eyes. It's the eyes I find
defined,
show the
yeah.
most, isn't it?
And just to go back to your relationship with your partner,
Abusive.
one.
abusive relationship, were you together for long? How long did you stay together for?
Even tell you. I remember
mad?
dates.
It's very blank.
I
Yeah.
remember dates of everything, and
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I know we weren't with each other, and he was still doing it for about a year and a half.
So it wasn't,
Yeah.
the relationship was never consistent, was
No.
it? On and off, probably.
Well,
him.
he was living with me. It was consistent where he was
He's
always
there.
there.
But you
I
can be
wouldn't have been.
consistent in someone's life, but not consistent emotionally.
Oh, God, no.
And when you did mention that when you brought up an argument, you were able, at the beginning, you were able to discuss an argument with him, and he was okay. But as time went on,
what happened? Like,
how did that change? Did you feel if an argument happened and you sat down with him, you couldn't talk?
I just stopped trying. I just
So he
checked
shrinked
out.
you.
I just couldn't be bothered. Like it didn't matter what I did, how much I gave, love, money,
It was never
time.
good enough.
It was never good enough. And then it was real separate in the house. Then it was me and the kids. The kids hated him.
Oh, that's really hard.
Then I took him back, and
that's what I was going to ask. Did you ever ask him to leave, or what happened? Like, how many times did it take you before you actually left or got him to leave?
my friend, I tell you, she probably bleeding. She wanted to kill me. I don't know, many times she came down and packed his bags with me, and
She done
like Christmas time. Well, when he did finally leave, the last time he attacked me in a hotel in November, and we'd done all the Christmas shopping, and I was supposed to go to work the next morning, and I had to ring work, and you always have to cover your first or second call, and I was like, I can't, I've no car, and me boss was saying, well, like, what are we going to do for you? And I said, look, I said, I'm after being in battered.
Yeah.
And
You were open.
she was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, God. And then I was like, oh, my God. But even then, it's only now that I really resonate in being, I don't know, it's a victim or a survivor or
You're a
just
survivor.
that.
You're not
I definitely am a survivor.
Yeah.
All that's happened in my life, I definitely am. But, you know, when I started Wellness, this domestic violence wasn't at the forefront. I wanted to forget all about that, and it just keeps coming back, and I'm like,
underneath,
that's what I was
there.
going to say. Yeah. So like, when you left him, obviously, so that was the last time when he beat you up in the hotel.
Yeah.
So and then you said that he was at you then for a year after that.
Yeah.
So who did you turn to? Did you turn to an organisation for support, or did you get protection orders? Which way? What
I
did
got
you do?
protection orders. My son had to come in with me, and it's just so embarrassing. Like, it's so belittling because you've spent, like, he was what, say 23, 24, 24 years protecting this man now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought I was hiding so much, and I wasn't.
He knew everything.
No.
When I look back now, it damaged me so more than it damaged me at the time, because he could hear it, but he couldn't go upstairs.
Oh God, yeah, because your son is
He's
paralysed.
paraplegic, and you know he moved to Spain, and I brought your mum back, and I was like, right, there's no disruptions now. It's not, he's feeling bad because my son's making him, you know, and I just thought, and every time I took him back, it'd only be some days it'd be hours, and you think, what the fuck am I after doing?
Yeah.
But when you're getting threatened, then, you know, it's
easier.
easier.
Yeah.
It's so,
was it the
isn't
threats that made you go back to him?
Yeah,
Or
100%. Like, the threats and not loving myself.
and not loving yourself, and you just wanted to feel like you belonged. You just wanted to feel loved, and that nearly became your normality.
Yeah,
at the time as well.
I can relate
think
with
it was
you.
about love. I think it was just about fear.
Yeah.
Fear, like embarrassment, fear, and even though you know, all your friends know.
You know it's not right.
Yeah.
And you know it's not right, but like, if you're getting threatened at like 2:00 in the morning, he's gonna come and he's
You're
gonna
have to
knock
get
on the
woken
door.
about your sleep, like, and you're
You know
getting
what I mean? And
yeah.
people that say, change your number. I change my number. I'm
There's always
fucking
a way
afraid
back.
he's gonna knock at the door.
Or go to someone else's
Yeah,
door.
or ring, like, I mean, one weekend he was away, and my son was away. He was away with his friends. My son was on his stags, and I went to my friends, and we ended up having a drink in her house, and then I came back the next day and had a hangover, and he's ringing me, and I had somebody living out the back, and he actually texted your man and told him, or texted your man's girlfriend and said I was with him. So your man's texting me, and I'm like, oh, don't mind him, he's drunk. And then he's ringing me friend's fella, saying that we had fellas over in Hogarth.
Oh my
There was no
God.
end to
There was
him.
no end. It was constant.
And
I think they just tried to ruin your life.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And she always called him out. And I hated her for it because it made me pay.
And you were getting in trouble then.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
it's hard to say, but you're
Yeah.
getting in trouble, but
You know,
that's
and it
what
was
happens.
so hard because I knew I was saying, oh my God, I'm sorry you done that. I'm sorry you done. And she's saying, I don't give a fuck. My fella knows that I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Sorry for cursing. It's
course
you
not,
I
yeah.
cared about, and it's not right. And I was saying, oh, just stop. But
She wasn't realising how bad it was. Like, I know she probably knew, but she probably
Yeah.
didn't realise how bad. And that's something that I
Yeah,
always find is very hard with women that are experiencing domestic violence. You always have people saying to you, why didn't you leave? Or
Yeah.
why did you stay? No one realises how hard it is until you're actually in it.
No.
It took me 8 times.
Yeah.
I don't.
They
I
say
couldn't
the
tell you
average.
how many
Yeah.
times.
They say the average is 7 to 8
Yeah.
before you'll actually walk
And like
away
that, you're
from,
still living on your nerves.
Yeah.
Like if you were still experiencing
Yeah.
abuse years after, you're going around. Like for me, I'm 2 years away from mine, and I only stopped looking over my shoulder when I got a new partner after a year. But like that, you're constantly looking over your shoulder.
Do you feel like with your new partner though that you've brought stuff? Because I
Oh,
think
big time.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, and he only actually said it to me was only yesterday. He was like, "You're always picking on me."
Yeah, he
and
was saying that.
I only said it to her, and I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is something I need to work on myself." So it's like I'm nearly, like I'm testing him.
Yeah.
It's like my partner I'm with now is beautiful and he's so
Yeah.
supportive, but it's like I'm testing him
Yeah.
all the time now. To
That's
see if he's
sensible.
gonna react
It's
to
like,
me.
yeah.
Is he gonna like fight
he
with
gonna
me or
leave?
is he gonna
Yeah.
leave me?
and then
It's mad.
I suppose when you do that and they don't, I think then is when you start working on
Start
yourself.
growing. Yeah.
Because you realise, hang on a minute, this is me.
Yeah.
Because it's very hard to admit that you're in the wrong.
Because who would put up with that? And we know this, we can talk about this now because
Yeah,
we're
it's
2
a lot,
years out of
yeah.
it. But what normal person with normal mental health
Yeah.
would put up with being abused? But they
Yeah.
also
It's put
contribute
it-
to that.
Exactly. And then it's the up and down.
It's the inconsistency, and that's the
high
like,
love and
love
then the
bombing.
low
Yeah,
low
the-
of when you're lying on the floor crying or you're pulling your hair
Yeah.
and it's all coming out and you're sitting there.
It's that intermittent, like we call it intermittent reinforcement.
Yeah.
That you're pulled in, and you're shown all the love, and then you're dropped, and then you're pulled in, then you're dropped,
Yeah.
and you're pulled in. And
Like
it's that
breadcrumbs. Yeah.
breadcrumbing and the love bombing. I'm sure when you took him back, there was promises and gifts and love
Holidays
and affection
maybe,
and
and-
like how much he loves you and how sorry he was and maybe how much he hated what you done.
And then also-
and then it starts back again.
His kids.
Oh.
And I have a thing about kids. Obviously, from my childhood, you know, being an only child, I've 4 kids and a bonus baby, and then he had 4 kids, and
Wow.
even my next partner had 3 kids,
No,
and
it's
I
always been
always
kids.
There's always
involved the
been
kids.
kids. Yeah.
And, you know, I knew his kids had seen stuff with their ma.
Yeah.
And I never brought it up to them. I never wanted to. And they used to still visit me after me and him finished.
Ah, lovely.
And I'd say, I remember one time, one of them asked me, did he hit me? And I was like,
They knew.
I am not going to tell you that. I'm never going to tell you that.
No.
It's not my place. But they said, well, he hit me, ma. So we just assuming. And I was like,
So they obviously experienced it. And
knew
they
what you
see
meant.
and
what
one
they
of them
knew.
met
Yeah.
my son on the bus a couple of months ago. And my son, the smaller one, didn't know him. And then he remembered him. And he's like, tell your ma I said hello. And is she okay?
Ah,
And I
that's
thought that was
lovely.
beautiful. And I've seen his two
Yeah.
eldest girls loads. And
And
we always
everything's
give...
okay.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
I
good.
knew...
So the love between them is that they understood. They seen him for who he was.
Yeah.
And they
it's,
knew that.
It's so
Yeah.
sad, like.
It
It,
is.
really
Very
is.
sad.
Because there's no need to be like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No.
matter what's happened in your childhood.
No, and I think when people bring it back to, I was
abused.
I was
We
abused,
discussed
or I
this
was.
before.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
think
choose.
we're
It's
all.
a fucking excuse.
It
a cop-out.
is, yeah, and I think you have to take accountability for how you treat
Yeah.
people.
100%.
You have to be
But
know
I don't
what's
think-
right and wrong.
Like, this is where, like, the kid's dad's not perfect.
No one.
My
is.
ex-partner's not perfect.
Yeah.
But this one was evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Evil. And
Yeah.
there's no way, I wouldn't
no
say that
excuse
lightly.
for-
Yeah.
And, you know, like, this is how used to it his family were. Like, you know, I went in, I remember one time we were at a funeral in England. Oh, my God. And because my uncle had said, oh, she's going to stay here with us, you can go home. Well, did I fucking get it. I got screamed at, I got spat at, I got
Oh,
my
so
hair
sorry.
pulled, and I had to go on an aeroplane with him. And
Yeah.
I remember
God.
people, 2 of the family were travelling back that night, and I wouldn't even sit with him in the airport.
'Cause you couldn't take a
I,
picture of him doing
I
that.
didn't know where he was, and I said, he's probably up there making a show. It was all embarrassment.
It's very embarrassing.
It's
yeah.
so
But
embarrassing.
that, I think, was to pressure you to make you
degrade.
shush and be quiet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be like this if you
Control.
don't shush.
And
And
sometimes,
it's
like,
that kept you under control.
100%, and
Yeah.
so degrading. Like, I
Yeah.
can remember standing outside Tesco and getting screamed at and thinking, is nobody going to stop this man?
And people don't intervene.
No.
I think a lot of times when you do see that, there was a trial done on Instagram before where you see, like, they do tests where they act out something and see will anybody intervene.
Social experiments,
Yeah, experiments. And nobody was intervening. People do tend to turn an eye, like,
Oh, I
and
don't. Ever
walk
since
away.
I got out, I remember I
But
told you about
yeah,
time in
you
Lidl.
would now.
There was this
Yeah.
couple, and your mum was giving her a terrible time in Lidl. He
Yeah.
was screaming at calling her horrible names, and I just turned around and I said, "Would you ever shut the fuck up?" And he was like, "Don't you speak to me like that." I said, "I fucking will speak to you like that." I said, "This is the shopping centre. There's kids around." I said, "And she's a woman." I said, "Respect her." And he stormed off the shop. But then
She probably got it.
Yeah,
She
then,
would've- yeah,
then
you
when
said
I
that as
walked
well.
out, I said, "Oh God," I rang
Yeah.
her actually, and I said, "Oh God,
Yeah.
sweetie, he's probably
Same
gonna fucking
thing
kill
happened.
her now."
She'll get the backlash
Yeah,
of
same
that
thing
now when they
happens to
walk
me now.
away.
A girl did intervene.
Yeah.
We were finished, and he was after moving on to the next girl, and
Which would be a great relief
Oh,
for you.
I didn't realise that.
Usually no one would ever say that.
no,
I'm like,
Well, what did I do? I used to fucking warn them like a tick instead of
you?
realising, oh my
No.
God, I'm going. I used to
No,
warn
let
them.
him.
So did
And-
you, would he move on quite quick?
Oh, 100%.
So when you split up with him, he'd be straight away in another relationship.
And as soon as I found out about the relationship,
You'd be
then he'd
onto
be
the
back.
girl.
He'd be like, no, it was wrong. And
Yeah.
No.
So-
Sorry, what were you saying about the girl
Yeah.
intervening?
The
Yeah.
girl, I remember, so it was after when went to, oh sorry, I'm not meant to mention any names. When
that.
he went to
Kind of you need to.
when he went to Spain and he was staying with me, he left his phone down and I searched through it and there was a picture on it of a girl and he'd sent it to his friend and he's like, what you think?
Oh.
And I didn't even feel sick or anything. I just looked at it. I felt sorry for the girl.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably like,
Honestly,
oh, here.
I
You
really,
had got to that point.
I really
that
did
you-
feel
yeah.
sorry for her. And she'd sent him this picture, obviously not thinking that he'd send it.
That's
to
terrible on
anybody.
her.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but not for you. Like,
No.
I mean, like, you know, like, her
her.
picture.
Yeah.
Being sent on.
That's why I
Yeah.
always be
Yeah.
careful what you're sending people.
His friend was like,
Yeah.
whatever. And I just couldn't believe it. And then I was like, how do I get him out? How do I get him out? Because I'm here on my own.
So this was your way out.
Yeah, I'm
right.
here on my own. So I don't know what happened, but I ended up getting him out. And I went to Tesco. We were after being away. Actually, I do remember because it was my birthday. The last time I seen him was my birthday, and we went to a hotel, and I paid, and I got so brave.
always the same
Yeah,
as well.
oh
We
yeah,
pay as well.
definitely pay for everything. And I got so brave that I went down to the bar on my own.
Oh.
And that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
really, I know, I was
Yeah.
like,
How
"Fuck
dare you?
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
And I couldn't believe it. I was so brave, and I
You
went
felt
down.
powerful in
Yeah,
that
I
moment.
went
It's
Yeah.
shocking though to fucking say I feel powerful to
Yeah.
go to the bar. Like,
Just to go to the bar.
That's the frame of mind they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went down and I was sitting there for a while and I was thinking, oh, what am I fucking have to let myself in for? And then I just thought, fuck it.
Yeah.
So I went back upstairs
you.
and we had this amazing room where I had an upstairs and a downstairs.
Lovely.
So I went up and I went in and I had my nice bath and I didn't speak to him and I couldn't give a fuck what he was doing. I wasn't scared of him at this
Yeah,
stage.
that was good. Yeah.
Which is
It's great when
mental
you get to that
because
stage. Yeah.
like I was terrified of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went upstairs and after me bath and I had me robe on and I had a glass of champagne and I was sitting on a fucking chaise lounge, whatever you call it, right? And I said, take a picture of me, and I knew this would wind him up. And I was thinking, why am I doing this? Because I'm going to get back.
Was this out your character?
Yeah,
Completely, you would never
on
have to
character.
take
That's
the
probably
photo
your
of you.
mind being
Yeah.
like, right, enough is enough.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know what happened? He'd said something to his sister-in-law, and on the way down, she was ringing me. And then she texted and said, are you with him? And he asked me to lie, and I was like, I'm not a liar. I don't lie.
Yeah.
So then I was like,
Even
I'm
though
not
he
answering.
probably calls you a liar.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you're
like, well,
Don't even get me started
Yeah.
on that. I will tell you after.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Right.
So I was sitting there and I said, take a picture of this. And I was playing the music real loud. And he was like throwing it off. And I was like, over the balcony, oh, let me bollocks.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to get killed. Anyway,
Yeah.
took the picture. Dropped him off the next day. He had to go to the shop to buy black bags because he was getting kicked out of his sister-in-law's house or his brother's house. So I let him buy the black bags, and I said, I'll see you. And that was it.
Really?
Honestly, that was it.
Wow. So and you didn't get beaten up that night, did you?
No, I didn't
Oh,
get
no,
beaten
Nothing
up.
happened from that.
Thank God.
I don't know what happened. I didn't get beaten
See,
up.
that was because you
took
got your power. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got your power
You
back.
got your, you
Yes,
felt powerful because you probably always were, when in them moments when he was quite abusive, whether it was emotionally or physically, he could see the fear in you and that made him feel powerful.
Maybe.
And,
maybe.
you know,
When your
But
fear is gone,
yeah.
they're not able for.
Yeah.
So going back to that, you were saying with the liar. So
Yeah.
of course, when I went to probably for court for
Yeah.
the protection order,
Oh,
you were a
no.
liar.
He never even turned up for
Oh,
that.
did he?
Nah. Jesus, no. I was talking about your woman
So the girl.
intervening.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
after that, it was probably a week later, and he texted me something, and I just texted him back that picture that he sent me.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I'm living my best life. You go do what you have to do.
Lovely.
Whatever. But he knew I had this girl's picture. No, sorry. He thought I had this girl's picture. I said, go to be with...
Go be with your
person.
woman. Yeah.
And I said, so I went and done my shopping thinking nothing of it.
Yeah.
And I'm walking back to my car, and next of all I hear him screaming. And I was like, oh shit, I'm
God.
Scarlet. It's in the middle of the car park. He's like...
Were you not afraid or just Scarlet?
I was just Scarlet.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he would have hit me
In public.
properly in public.
In public, yeah.
Like, I'd get the odd, you know, or the look or whatever, but I don't,
Yeah.
Or just that look. And anyway, your woman came over, and I don't know whether she was out the night before or whatever, and she's like, wow, it's not, here he is, give me your fucking phone. Delete that picture. I said, I haven't got the fucking picture. You're not getting me phone.
Yeah,
I haven't got the picture. I did it. And she comes over and she's like, now what's going on? No need for this. And he was like, and she's like, leave her alone. And come on off
Leave
with
it
me.
out.
I don't know what leave her out. She was only daughter doing that. I don't know what she said. She said something like, come on and we go and do it Tuesday or something. And I was like, what?
Was she a young girl? Or
No, she would have been about, I'd say 40,
Yeah.
but she would have been on drugs.
Right.
She-
Right,
Whatever.
yeah.
And I was still trying to figure out
What she was on
what
about.
she was saying. But anyway, he ended up leaving, and I was like, oh my God, shaking. Went home. Then you have to get back into mammy mode.
Yeah.
So I got in the door, and I'm like, have the shopping,
Yeah.
And then I'm like, please don't knock at the fucking door. Please don't knock at the door.
And did he?
And he just
never came.
he just left
so
me
from
alone.
that day forward, did you hear from him? Or was he
He's tried
did he
to follow
try?
me. He's tried to follow me a couple of times.
Still?
Oh yeah.
To this day. So how long are you
It's
away from him?
I'd say about 3 or 4 years.
And he's still following you
Yeah,
to
he
this
tried
day?
to, and on his sister's page, like the things he used to
Wow.
do.
Just wants to have a look into your life and see
Yeah.
how you're doing. And,
Yeah.
and that would be very, like, he wouldn't like to see you doing well in your
No,
life.
it's killing him,
Because
I'd
there's
say,
no
if they're doing
control
well.
over your
'Cause
life
he's a
and how you are
pathetic-
anymore.
Pathetic piece
Yeah.
of shit, like.
Yeah.
And now I know what he is. He doesn't scare me anymore.
And isn't it bad? I actually said it to her as well. When you finally find your power and realise you're worth more, you look at them and be like, why the fuck was I afraid of
With
them?
a little bit of pity.
They're bullies.
In a way.
They're
Like,
Yeah,
just
no,
bullies.
that's
awful.
what got us into
Yeah.
that, having pity for people.
It's and that's it,
Exactly.
yeah.
You know, and you
You're
can
justifying
you
it.
can get cold then.
Yeah.
Because I feel in my next relationship I didn't give.
You won't give any... No, there's
No.
no room for shite in this.
No,
Yeah.
and you know I am very closed off. My thing is shut down, don't talk,
Yeah.
and I'm all right. Just
And does
leave
that
me.
bring you back, when you say your thing is shut down, don't talk, is that because of your relationship before when you tried to bring up conversations? You had to shrink yourself and step back and say it's not
from
worth
my
it?
childhood.
Or from childhood?
From
So you
childhood.
feel like this is something you grew up with?
Yeah,
So
and
you wouldn't have
now-
been listened
yeah.
to as a child
Yeah.
because obviously
Yeah.
mum and dad were out a lot.
Yeah,
So,
and now
yeah.
there was always conflict in my family home. Not
Because of the drink.
just my family home, me nanny's. I would have been in between the two houses.
Yeah.
And there was always conflict. And even like now walking out on me, walking out on myself.
Working on yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm working out.
I work out. And don't say I'm sexy. So when I'm working on myself now, it sounds really mad, right? But if I integrate a feeling, right,
Yeah.
when I know that feeling's done, right, and I don't have to integrate it anymore, like a film. Do you remember the negatives?
Where you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the little clips. Yeah.
So what happens with me is, and I always say, your life will make sense when you die. It'll all play backwards.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I used to say to oh, sorry, no names.
Oh,
You say to him
that as well.
I used to say to him, it'll all make sense in the end. It'll all, because we had the maddest relationship. We had the best times, but it was go with 7, 10 kids sometimes.
Wow.
And then 7
Big-
kids.
yeah.
So we did have.
Did you have a minibus?
Grady
going
bus.
around?
No, we had 2 cars. But I used to always say it'll make sense when it's over. Oh, it'll play backwards.
Yeah.
And what happens to me is now when I sit with myself and I know I've integrated it, like a negative will slide by and it'll be
Little
every
clips.
single clip of my
Life.
where it started
Yeah.
and where it showed up in my life. I can see it.
So
You
you're
can
aware
pinpoint
of
it
that.
now.
I
Yeah.
have so much
Awareness
awareness now.
And that's the thing, you can pinpoint, this is why I feel this way.
Yeah.
You've become more self-aware.
Yeah.
And having that
100%.
self-awareness helps you go
self-aware
forward
and
in life.
self-trust.
Yeah.
This is what
And
I mean.
self-care.
Self-care.
Self-care to get self-aware, I suppose.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And
Yeah.
it's the right self-care. It's
Yeah.
not going getting your nails done and your lashes done. Yeah, it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
But if you've
inner
been,
work.
it might have made me feel good, and I could have pasted over it like years ago.
Yeah.
But now I can't. And he took that away because I used to have Thursday as my tan day.
Oh yeah, tan Thursdays.
Or if you blow dry your hair, what you getting your hair done for? What you doing? Do you know all that shit?
Sure, mine used to. If I used,
Yeah.
I was telling if I'd get me if I get done like beauty nails, I even have the message I showed it before. I got my eyebrows done, and he said, "Well, I'm not giving you any shopping money this week. If you can get your eyebrows done, you can pay for the shopping yourself." And I'd be like, "Are you for fucking real?"
Yeah, well,
we
I-
10 epoxy eyebrows. Do you know what I mean?
Some of
It's
the
unreal.
things, you do think to yourself,
Yeah.
where do you even,
And
and
it's
the
shocking
lies.
to think a human being can be
Oh,
that way.
That's why she was
like
saying about being
isn't
evil.
it? It's
It's
like
evil.
yeah,
It's
like you
evil.
said,
I
like
don't
there's,
believe
we
it's
all
just-
do wrong and we all make bad choices, but
There's no excuse for that.
But there's no excuse for that. It's
No.
like it's
No,
evil, pure
listen,
evilness.
Yeah, it's not just, listen, anybody can have an argument. Anybody can
we all
lash
say
out.
bad things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Women and men can
Yeah.
lash out and say bad things.
And we have. I'm sure
Yeah.
you have. I'm sure
Oh,
you have.
I
But
remember
it's how they sit with it
after
then and
he's-
repair.
After his 40th, we had a surprise 40th for him.
Yeah.
And I remember he came down the next morning, not Sunday, Monday. So say that was on Saturday.
Yeah.
Monday, and he tore this banner off the wall. I went nowhere, and I was just like, "The fuck are you doing that for?"
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I'm not a bad person. And my daughter came downstairs and she said, "Where is he?" And she said his name, obviously. And I said, "Oh, he's out the back. I hope he's fucking or something." And she was like, "Oh my God, ma." And I said,
But that was the point you were at.
I honestly, like, he rang, I'm up at the top of Holt.
Yeah.
I wasn't even with him. He was with another girl.
Yeah.
I said to my friend, she said, "Bluff, call his bluff. Ring his brother." I rang his brother. Oh.
Was he ringing saying he was up in
Yeah,
Hope?
he
He
was
was yeah,
Yeah.
so
But that's something that to do as well. That when you
Oh,
try
I
leave,
know.
like, oh, I'm gonna go.
so
even
he
though-
was victimising himself
I
and
rang-
needing you to feel sorry for him because
Yeah.
that's the empath in you. You wanted to probably
100%.
No,
Even though I
in-
wasn't
in
with
the
him.
past, you probably would have come forward. Oh no, please don't! You're loved. I
Yeah.
love you. And
But it's really great
Help
to
them feel
highlight that
validated.
about, because
Yeah.
I know a lot of girls even now like that would be friends or acquaintances that are in relationships that would say, "Oh, but he says if I lived, he's gonna," and I'm like, he's not gonna.
That's
If
what
he's
me
gonna, he's
like-
gonna. They don't tell you.
I have
Like, you know,
to give-
Sarita has experience with. You don't
Yeah.
know when someone's gonna kill
Yeah.
themselves. If someone's gonna kill themselves, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna tell you.
but to threaten you with it, I think, is a
Yeah.
different thing.
It's
It's to
fucking-
use
yeah.
that and like
Well-
that emotion, that emotional blackmail is awful to put on a
horrible.
person to say
Yeah.
that to them. And
Like, but he was known for this. I
Yeah.
just didn't know, you know. So I
Well, just
rang his
with his-
brother and I
Yeah,
said,
his ways,
and he
yeah.
said, "Oh, well, I'm out." He said, "You're gonna have to ring another brother." So I rang him and he said, "I thought you wasn't even with him." I said, "I'm not. He's with another girl." I
That
said,
was
"But
just
he's
your
ringing
caring.
me." He says, I said, "Look, just let me know if he's all right, because
You
whatever."
wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to stop thinking
So,
about it.
yeah. So he rings me back about an hour later. He's grand. He's sitting in X's, not X, whatever her
your
name
one's
is,
house.
Yeah.
drinking. I was like,
he done that for a reaction.
yeah.
So he
Yeah.
needed a reaction from you to see whether you were still available to him, whether he wanted to be with that girl or not. It's
needed
nearly
to.
just to see, right, I'll
Are you
scare her
available? Yeah.
because you might want to be with her or you might want to be with anybody, but it's to see, right, if she reacts, I'll know she's available to me.
Yeah.
I'll know she cares.
Yeah.
If she reacts or if she reaches out, I'll know that she still cares. So once you're still available, that gives him that power.
Well, thinking back now when you say that, the weekend of my birthday when I said I was going to a hotel and he said, "Well, I can't go." And I said, "Well, I'm still going."
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he found his way to go, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
Trying to stop your plans. Like.
Yeah. Now, I had my 40th birthday with him and I
Ruined it, probably shit night.
like, you know what I mean. You can't talk to anyone. You can't do anything.
You felt your watch.
Probably what you're
questions.
wearing was probably,
Yeah, you have to look nice,
but not too
but
nice.
only if he says you look nice.
Yeah.
Not for anybody else to say you look nice. And just like when you think about it, even getting up in the morning, it's like
Facing them every day.
yeah, like
And then, like, when you actually get away from it then. So how long are you out of the
3
relationship?
to 4 years, you said.
yeah,
3 to 4
3
years.
to 4
sorry,
years.
sorry.
years, yeah.
Well,
So-
the lack of the confidence that must have took away from you.
well, I wouldn't have
like-
said I had confidence.
No.
Yeah.
Before I met.
Before you met him.
You know,
Yeah.
and again to do with self-care and
And that's how you ended
Yeah.
up with him, because you had no confidence.
100%. Yeah. I would, now I probably wouldn't even look at a man.
You wouldn't even probably chat to him. You
It's
would've walked
usually a
off.
quite vulnerable person that does end up in quite narcissistic relationships because they're so empathic and so understanding and try to justify certain behaviour and
100%,
try
like
to
the
people
things-
please. And when you feel like he might react,
Yeah.
there was probably times in your life when you were over pleasing to him
100%.
because maybe if I do this he might love me that bit extra,
Yeah.
and maybe if I show up in this part for him he might realise I'm a good person
And stop being
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
stop treating me this
yeah.
way.
Oh, I've
so
done
and
all that.
it's all. But if you were this, really super strong, independent woman at the time, but you say you didn't have confidence at the time,
I
you
would
wouldn't
have said
had
I was
the power as much.
independent.
Independent, but not
not
the
confident.
I wouldn't have been
confidence.
confident in me looks or
Yeah.
how now I love myself so much.
And that's so
Yeah.
important.
Oh, 100%
You're
because
content in you now.
I know I would never send a picture like I'd send it on one now.
It was
to
you
any-
once.
so nobody else can send it
Yeah.
on. Because of him, because
Yeah.
I'd never have sent him a picture, and I'm so glad I didn't. Because
You would have sent it to
You
somebody
would have
else.
had,
Imagine.
yeah.
and then that girl that he did, me and my ex met her
Oh, you
at
know?
a school. No, I didn't know her, but
Until you saw her.
at a school. What you call that when you go to school to look for the kids?
An
The
opening
open day.
Open day.
Yeah, yeah.
And I seen her coming up the corridor,
I
and
recognise that ass. Somebody else imagine.
I've seen more of you than you know.
have to be nice this job.
Oh,
I seen her, and I looked up at my partner, and he looked at me, and then I just put my head down,
God.
and he said, "She looks exactly how you did when I met you."
Oh,
And I felt so sorry for her.
God. Oh, she was still with him.
I think she's still with him, and I feel so.
So
sorry
she's
for
in
her.
that dynamic now. And when you did say a while ago, any partners that he ended up going to, you reached out
Except
to
her.
try and tell them. You
Except
didn't tell her.
But you know, because you're better off.
You
because
had to step away for you.
I didn't tell
Yeah.
her because
you come across as a psycho. I know.
No, it wasn't even
But
that.
they'd say that. He'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I done that.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell her because I knew I was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take her job.
And it stuck with me for a while because I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Not
wanted
for-
to
not for
protect
the audience.
Yeah. You didn't want anyone to live through what you lived through. So you were
Yeah.
trying to protect these other women.
Yeah.
But when it came to her, you completely shut off. I think
Yeah.
you like deflated.
I
That was it.
just-
I'm
I
done. I
couldn't-
can't care anymore.
But isn't it
what he
crazy how
does.
women can go after a man that has a history of that? And then like that, even like you said, you would have reached out to people in the past. What was the response you would have got from the girls? Probably like, were
Most
they
of them-
grateful or were they like, go away? Or, you know.
Most of them were all right, yeah. There was
Yeah.
one that kind of, fought me on it, and then
As they do.
we done a triangle for a while, and
Yeah.
like it wasn't even about him. It was about winning.
Yeah.
And when I look back now, I'm like, oh,
But that was,
Yeah,
I'd say, that was your fight and flight response. That was that. But
100%.
you're going through it's a process you have to go through. I would have been the same when I left my ex. Remember, I was messaging girls and all, but then I was like, they're just
Yeah, you
laughing at
did.
me.
Yeah.
Where now I don't. I just
'Cause
leave
you're so
it because
reactive.
Yeah.
now, like,
Yeah.
I'm 2 years away from mine and he's
Yeah.
on girlfriend number 10. Do you know what I
There you
mean?
go, do you know what I
Yours is
mean?
probably the same.
no,
Yeah. No,
he's
he stayed
well,
with that one.
He
You
stayed
don't
with
know.
that
Oh.
one
Yeah.
Right.
that I know of, but he
Yeah.
probably has about 10 on
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah.
So when you just bring us back to when you split up with this
Yeah.
abusive relationship, and then you went into another relationship, which was your safe place.
Yeah.
You became your safe place. In between that time, was there a gap in between, or
It's crazy because I was actually accused of being
With this
with
fella.
this fella.
Oh, so
Right.
of course.
So I
you would have
this-
loving that then? Oh, see, I told you.
Yeah,
I was
100%.
right.
This is why I got battered in the hotel.
Oh.
And no such thing. This fella is he's my best friend's brother.
Right.
He's a close, we've never spoke like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were just at a funeral one day. his aunt's funeral, my best friend's ma, and he said, hey, and I said, oh, I can't talk to you, got a hiding for you. And he's like, what? Tell me more. And we got chatting and what have you, and nothing happened. And then we ended up meeting again, and he tried to stab him.
What?
Wow.
Tried to stab?
Yeah, because I wouldn't answer the phone. Now, I wasn't with him.
You tried even with?
I
So
wasn't
how
with
long
him.
were you parted at this time when this happened?
So February, would have finished with him in February, and Rose would have died in the January, and then I'd say it was March, April, and he tried to stab him. He came to the house the next day and smashed me windows.
Did you get charged for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I could tell that story.
If it's finished, you can.
Right.
If it's done with, you can. Yeah.
Well, it's about vulnerability, really. So he tried to stab him. He respected me and didn't go out.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah. And then, as I said, it was another year then before we actually met again and went out. And then got together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
yeah, he's probably terrified. He was probably going back to our house again.
I said to him, why did you never? He said, and it's true. He said, I said, why did you never ring me that night around? Because he brought me to the police station. He brought
was there
me,
for
you know,
you.
and he said, I didn't because his sister said she's going to get back with him. And I did.
Oh, did you? You got back with him?
I
did get back with him in
I
between
did get
that.
back with him in between that. So that was for the 3 weeks when I was away. Oh, shit, my name.
But that's it. That's what happened. Like you said, you'll go back. They say 7 to 8 times. You'll always go back.
I don't think I would have if me and would have picked up then.
Yeah. Right, yes.
Yeah.
Because of that
We
incident, and that was your ex's motive. He was trying to
I just thought he didn't
He
want to
wasn't
know.
interested. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway.
So then a year later,
we
you
met
got together. And do you feel like that safeness in that relationship? Because you did talk about him saying he was very safe and loving person.
I've never had somebody that I could lean on.
Yeah.
As much as I lent on him, like.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a single ma. Even though I have 4 kids.
Yeah.
And the bones, I've always been single. It's always been me that had to pull up. Because the kids' dads had their own problems. Yeah. So when I used to ask all the time, is this what a real relationship is like?
Yeah. And that's what happens. That's why I was saying to you, that safeness can feel so unfamiliar for someone coming from, whether it's
you nearly run from it.
Whether it's a physical abuse or,
You're only waiting
or
for
emotional
it.
abuse.
You're waiting for it.
And you do see a lot of people bouncing from, they find this safe relationships too unfamiliar that it doesn't, they're not able to relax.
Well, it got to a point where he said, stop asking me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like I said,
that's your anxiety.
Yeah, it didn't work out, but I will be forever grateful for the space and the love that he did give me at the start.
And you probably got your confidence back as well.
100%.
Which probably
That's lovely.
Did you start this when you were with?
I started it when I was with him.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe that took a lot out of me, and I was sitting at the computer for hours. And you know, as I said, we both brought past traumas and dramas, so I'm just forever grateful to him.
And I think I think he deserves a shout out.
Yeah, a bit of acknowledgement.
Because I think when coming into that dynamic and coming into that trauma that you had suffered, to show you that love and support.
Yeah.
And understanding.
I never even got that from my parents or my family. Like, now don't get me wrong, I knew my mum and dad look after my kids, but like I said, when I was sitting on the bed that day, and I may have went too far leaning on him then, because it was the first time in 43 years that I was able to lean on somebody. I probably leaned too much, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
But
and
I always
friends?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, there's no badness.
No, there's no badness.
Yeah, and I can see that, and you can see how grateful you are.
I am. I really
your life,
am.
And I think you
when she talks about my eyes open
a bit more. Stop, will you? Let me go back.
No, but you talk to you later.
I think all a woman really wants is for a man to make her feel safe.
And stability, support.
It's just stability and consistency.
Love.
Consistency
is a big thing. And like that, I think we mentioned before we even start recording, when we're uncertain, and that uncertainty that you said you carried within your life.
For my whole life.
But it's a horrible way to feel, because you can never feel calm. You're always hyper vigilant. You're always hyper aware. You're always waiting for something bad to happen. Yeah. What's the next bad thing? Or when is this person going to pull away or come forward? And that uncertainty that you carried all the way through your life, when you met this person, this safe person within your life, he gave you that, and that it must have felt so unfamiliar but so lovely at the same time.
It was
Yeah.
like, it was amazing.
Like, what's happening here?
Yeah, it was
I'm not used to
amazing.
it.
Like he'd nearly predict what I needed before I even knew what I needed, and we
That was
just had.
lovely for you. Needed that.
Yeah, I really did, and I know now where the bar starts.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas I didn't know because I was so. Now I know there would be certain things that I just will not accept anymore.
That's what we were talking about before we recorded as well. It's like the stuff that they put you through that, like, now as women, if we were presented with that from mum, we'd be like, go on, F yourself,
Yeah.
get away from me, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's why it comes back to
did-
us,
yeah.
why we need to self-care, be self-aware so that we don't end up with someone like this.
Yeah, and
You know?
I think when you are living in uncertainty and survival mode, like, my brain was mush. I slept every day. I'd have a nap, and I used to say it was because I was tired. Now I don't sleep.
I was actually
your
I
head.
was going to ask that. Do you find, because a lot of trauma is stored in our body, and it makes us physically sick, like your immune system and everything just be low.
I
Do you
know,
find that when you were going through everything with your abusive relationship and then you came out of it, did you look back and feel, God, I was always unwell? Do you feel there was a lot of, were you sick a lot or physically feeling
No, I wouldn't have
unwell?
been. I wouldn't have been allowed to be unwell.
You weren't allowed
He
to
was
be.
worse.
You just
He
weren't
was-
allowed,
yeah,
but you did
no.
feel it.
Like, I went,
Yeah.
if I went up to bed in the afternoon and he rang from work, I'd be a lazy cunt.
Because you're in bed.
Or if, I remember one time he came home from work early and I was in bed and I just pretended I was still asleep.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, I'm going up to the shop. And he came back and he said, oh my God, I'm have to crash in the car. And I was like, it's all right, it's just a car. And he was like, and I know for the fact that he crashed that car on purpose.
Because you were in bed.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then,
yeah.
like, towards the end, I'd say the last year and a half where I was living with him,
Yeah.
it was, I literally knew everything he was doing. And I
Clearly
just couldn't.
predict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't escape
So
it.
you were able to see the patterns then.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
so long being with him that you could look back and say, this is a pattern. And when you
Yeah.
know it's a pattern of behaviour, you know
Yeah.
it's something
And
not
did you
gonna
ever
change,
hear
it's
that
not going to
saying? And
change.
it's like every time, what is it? It's like every time a man hurts a woman, we love them a little less and less. And that's why it takes us so long to
Yeah.
get away. So we just keep putting up until eventually the love is gone. And then
gone.
that's when you
And
get the
that's what
strength to
happened
leave.
to you on that day.
Yeah.
When you
She
had
just-
that
she
bastion,
just
had
left
your
him.
glass, and,
Yeah,
and you knew you got
I
your
have
power
to look
back.
at I have to find
Yeah.
the picture for you.
Yes,
'cause
yeah,
I
I
showed
was
you.
like, look at me and look at you.
Yeah.
And I'd say he was like, I want
Bull.
to punch your head in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fuck him, he didn't.
And do you feel it? Do you feel powerful now? Like, do you feel a sense of like you've got your confidence
Oh,
back and you're
100%.
content more
I
in
do,
yourself now?
I do think if I seen him, probably I wouldn't be feeling
Yeah.
like I feel now.
Yeah.
But that'd be for a split second.
And then yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm not afraid of him now. Like,
Yeah.
now I look and see him as the pathetic little. He has
Yeah.
that
That's all
little
they are.
man
That's all
syndrome.
they
Yeah.
are. How can you
Yeah.
be anything but pathetic if you're trying to bring someone down? And
treat
you get
someone like that,
you get
yeah.
a thrill out of bringing someone down. Because I think
Yeah.
that's what it
like,
is.
that's the evilness.
Yes.
You know, like,
yeah.
And I even think now, like, does it people name people all the time, like the narcissistic
Yeah.
behavior? But narcissism is a personality like
Trait.
disorder.
Yeah.
It's a personality. But I think sometimes you can just be a bad person.
Yeah.
You don't need to
There's no
label it
goodness.
being
Sometimes
it's
with people
because
that has no goodness in
like
them.
you're labelled this or it's because you're diagnosed with X, Y, Z.
yeah.
It's not always
It's
a
like that
diagnosis.
excuse,
There's
isn't it?
no excuse for behaviour.
No.
You know, he would have known right and wrong, but he could not stop himself.
but I
for-
think also their families play a part.
Oh, because they're enablers.
You know, like, I mean, like,
Do you find they made excuses for his
Yeah,
behaviour?
I
Did you
remember
turn
once-
to anyone at the time?
I remember once after the funeral in England,
Yeah.
I remember going home to his sister. He got up that morning and he took me phone to work. And he used to, because I worked it,
Did you always do that?
not all the time, but he used to take me phone and read me messages all the time or send people messages off me
Pretending to
phone.
be
Pretending to be you?
Yeah, or even them,
Yeah.
or get their number and send it off. But I worked as a carer and he used to come to work with me and sit in the car.
What?
And or if I wasn't talking to him, he'd turn up at a house where I was working
Oh,
and sit outside and wait for me. And then it just became, it's easier to let him come with me
Wow.
than just
yeah.
wait. It was just...
So you're being tracked all the time.
100%. Like, I actually didn't even know myself. Like,
You
Yeah.
don't. You
You don't know
completely
who you
lose
are.
yourself.
Like,
you lose yourself
your
so much.
identity
Just be
as a
gone.
person.
100%.
gone.
And me poor
Because you're their
kid.
property,
Yeah.
you're not yourself. And then, as you said, your kids then, and you
How
would have
old were your
thought you're
kids?
protecting things from them,
Yeah.
but because you're in that mode, you're actually, when you look back, you're not.
Oh, I
know,
wasn't even
you're-
paying attention
No,
to them.
because you can't.
How old were your kids at the time?
23, 20, 11, I think.
The youngest was 11, was it?
No,
Or
the
younger?
youngest was 6,
Yeah.
7 when I met him.
Yeah.
But like that, because their dad wasn't around and things like that, you kind of think, when the
You
good
hoped
times.
it would work.
Yeah,
Of course.
100%.
And like, was there really, really good times where you'd get that sense of, oh, this is great. It
Was
could
there
be
ever
okay.
any good
I can't
Was there
times?
ever any good?
I can't remember.
You can't remember the good.
Never.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the starting of something.
The start was great.
No, the starting of, well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like, the holiday.
Yeah.
And then it'd be round.
Every event, I'd say, was around
every
birthdays,
event, yeah.
holidays,
100%.
any events. That's what they do as well. Because
Yeah,
it's because it's like they
sad.
need the limelight to be on them.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It's such a sad way to
it's-
be as a person, isn't it? To make anybody feel that low and worthless within themselves is
Yeah, like it's
shocking.
evil.
Like you never, what's
Yeah.
the saying? You never look good bringing someone down.
Down.
Is that what they're saying?
you can't
Like
help
how
it,
can you look good when you're bringing someone
Yeah,
down?
like
Something
I
that.
don't know how they sleep at night because
No.
if I have cross words or conflict or say something that I think I shouldn't have said, I can't sleep at night.
You feel so bad.
I feel like physically unwell. I don't do conflict. I can't go
Yeah,
to
I
sleep because I'm
understand.
overthinking.
Yeah.
Would that have been hurtful? I'm very well. I try to be. I'm like no one's perfect, but I try to be mindful of what I say.
No,
or-
you're very much like that. Like you're very like Sweet wouldn't even argue back with you. Like
Yeah.
that's how conscious she is, aren't you?
I don't. I've been afraid to. I just.
You're
I
afraid of
can't-
hurting
I'm afraid
people.
Of, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to hurt someone because
Yeah.
you can say things and mean well sometimes, and it might hit a person. It be
Well, I
come
think
across
that's
different
just-
to them. It's how we all perceive things differently.
Yeah, perception is a really big thing.
Yeah.
Can you have the same problem and look at
Yeah.
it 3 different ways?
Yeah.
Independent. This is what I learned more so from this is
From your box.
my inner state.
Right.
If my inner state is calm, everything outside
Yeah.
is calm.
100%.
And I cannot express that enough.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, even today, I woke up this morning, you saying, can you come a week earlier? Didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Didn't bother me.
You're
Yeah.
easily going.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
whereas before I would have been up all night thinking, like, my daughter lives in Australia with my grandson, and she was on the phone to me yesterday, and she's like, are you nervous and all? And I'm like, no. I wasn't.
No.
Did you tell your kids you were coming on to talk?
Yeah.
And do they know that you were going to talk about certain things within your life?
I didn't really
You don't know
say
what to
Yeah, they didn't.
expect.
No.
And can
I
I
would
ask,
tell
even
them-
going back to the kids, did they, when they sat down and told you how they felt at
Or
the
have
time,
they
or
ever
have
told
they
you?
ever told you how they
No.
felt?
No.
They never told me. They showed me in actions where they
Yeah.
wouldn't speak to them. But, and I'm really blessed. I am
Yeah.
so blessed with my kids because they, some of the things that he did deserved them just breaking away from me. Right, looking back on it now, I can see
Yeah.
how bad it was.
Like you feel guilty for leaving.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. Like, I had mommy
you
guilt
shouldn't, though.
in any
Yeah.
way. And then, now I don't.
No, good.
But I still,
Yeah.
it's something that I should never have brought into their lives. But I don't feel guilty because I feel that everything happens for a reason. And if this is
And
meant
look at you now.
for my 2 girls
Yeah.
to never put up with that, or if my son ever raised his voice, or
I think
any
you're
of my
going to,
sons
yeah.
ever raised their
It's
voice.
teaching them
Exactly.
how
How
to
to get out
treat
of
a
the situation,
person.
isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it's
then how to get out of
It's
the
treating your
situation.
boy as how to treat a woman
Well,
because,
this is
like
it,
you
and-
said, your son would be downstairs, you'd be
Yeah.
upstairs, and he might have heard things, and that helplessness.
And he couldn't even
And
come
he
up
couldn't
to you,
come
God.
up
that
and help.
damaged his
And-
mental health more
yeah.
than
You thought.
anything else.
Just listening and hearing
Yeah.
and feeling like I can't do anything,
Couldn't
or
do
should I intervene? They probably didn't know whether to intervene or not.
Oh
as well
no,
at
I
times.
definitely think he would have intervened
Just
if
wasn't
he
If he
was
had
able.
been
God love
able,
him.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
then, how
then
that would have went, like
exactly.
he could have beat
Yeah.
your
You
son up.
always try to stop and prevent
Yeah.
the next step. So people coming and saying, "Did he do this to you?" And you're like, "Oh God, what?" It's like the first
Yeah.
night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nearly got stabbed. Imagine he'd have got stabbed
He could have died that night.
and died.
It would have been your fault. But
Do you
it
know
wouldn't have
what
been
I
your
mean?
fault.
Yeah.
But,
So
you
you
know,
would have
that's what
carried
you
You
would have
know,
thought.
and
Yeah.
then people ask, "Why didn't you say that?" And you're like, "Because I didn't want anyone else to get hurt."
Exactly.
Because
I
people
was
that came
taking the
close to
hurt.
you got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
And
I didn't want to get hurt any fucking more.
like any of even my son's friends and all, I couldn't sit next to them, couldn't talk
you
to
were
them.
accused of being with them. Imagine
Like,
how sick.
that's what I mean. Like, you have
That's
to be,
sick-minded, like.
like really fucking
Yeah.
sick. And then it makes you wonder, like,
They'll never be happy.
But that's what I do.
He'll never
What
be
you
happy.
just said about making you wonder, like, and I do say this to you as well, like, I do feel like something really bad must have happened to them to be like that.
I couldn't give a shit what happened. And that's being honest with you.
And it's
I
no
brought
excuse,
that,
even if it was.
I brought that evil person to face his demons. He got put in a children's home and da. I'd done all that with him to help him. So it's not that. And I've had shit happen to me. You've had shit happen
We've
to
all
you.
had shit.
You've had shit. You don't turn around and be, if you're hurting, how can you hurt somebody that you
someone
love?
else. And
Want
that's the-
somebody
you're
else that you
supposed to
love
love.
to feel that pain.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what
right.
I can't understand.
Yeah.
They don't love. They can't.
I never understand. And I think people, like you just said there, they can't love. I think they're incapable of loving.
Because they don't love themselves.
Because they don't love themselves. They
That
hate
is it.
themselves.
And see all these cliches, again, since starting this, see all them cliches, they're not, I think they're fucking codes. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, they've no heart.
No, see the
That's what you're
cliches
saying.
like,
Tell us a little bit about your boxes then.
So, do you want to start with the sauna?
Because I'm just
Right.
watching
Yeah,
the time.
yeah,
We're only about 10
yeah.
minutes.
so this is the original calm edition.
Yeah.
So that's to make everything in it is designed to make you feel calm.
Yeah.
And if you've bought it for somebody else, they're always going to think of you. And if you buy it for yourself, every time you see something in it, so it's,
They're gorgeous.
there's loads of things in it. There's face masks, socks, blanket, soap, bath,
And they're on your website. Have you
They're
got a
on the
website?
website. Yeah.
Our Instagram as well.
Instagram and website, Wellness by Debbie.
Wellness by
So
Debbie.
that's all to make you feel calm, or somebody, thank you, somebody that you love, to feel calm.
They're lovely, aren't they?
This one is more of a journey. Now, I did start it last year.
Yeah.
And I'm 4 months into the 12 months, and we have got a brilliant collab with Naked Glow. So we are going to rebrand, and I've learned so much from myself building this, of what now I believe was self-care to what is self-care.
So what actually is.
So
yeah.
in this, it actually has like a new beginnings. So
So this is a monthly
it's a
subscription.
monthly thing. Now you don't have to sign up for the month.
All right.
For the year, you can sign up for 1 month, 3 months.
Off of there, Vic.
Kind of move.
So
Yeah.
basically, what it is
Oh, the smell, I can get the
It's lovely.
smell from
it's
it as well.
pajamas, stockings, a face mask, incense.
From the Naked Glow.
Well, the face mask is from Naked Glow, yeah.
Lovely.
And this is a reflection page. So what it is it's just, if you read it, it's just something to check in on yourself.
So I welcome fresh starts with an open heart. So there's a few questions on it. What is one small promise I can make myself this month? What is something I'm ready to release this month? What would make this one feel successful for me? And what feels like a fresh start for me right now? So it's good. It's very it's trying to get the mind
Exactly. So
going.
it's just 4
Lovely.
questions.
Yeah.
So what happens is next month you get that page again, but you get on the opposite side a reflection. So you can
Right.
say, what did I actually stick to? What didn't I stick to?
very good.
Or something can happen and you can see a pattern.
I love that.
So
find your own
I have
patterns,
learned
yeah.
my patterns, and this is why I'm so confident now, is because I know the self-care bath or the shower in the morning isn't self-care. That's where I start. And if I don't start in that, my whole day goes different.
Oh, yeah.
But if I set an intention to get up at 5:55 and then I get in the shower and I have my tea, I'm not joking you. The 24 hours feels like a week. I could get so much done.
Yeah.
Like, how do you can come home from work and do 25 things one day, and then the next day you haven't got the energy to do one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just start your day right.
I don't
once
even
you
believe
start it
time
off.
is real anymore.
No.
I honestly
Yeah.
don't. I think
'Cause
there's
some
a
days are
bigger,
crazy.
there's a bigger thing, bigger picture, and I'm learning every day.
I only said it to her today, like, I collected you at 1:30, and I was like, there's not enough hours in the day, and the day's still going.
And then
We're all
another-
like, "God."
We do a lot of the time. We are always
These are
running
beautiful.
on survival, aren't
Yeah.
we? And I think taking that little bit of time for yourself, that's why you created this.
That's why
is
I
to
created
just take
them.
time for you.
Yes.
And like
Yeah.
you said, it's not just your bubble bath.
No.
If you do
It's
the
the
inner work as
intention.
well and the intention,
And it's
with it.
only for
Yeah.
all
Okay,
all
it's
it does
done,
is
so.
it keeps you on track. So the next month you can see,
How
actually I
you're-
did
how you're
stick to
getting
something.
on, your progress.
Now we've had feedback and they want journals. I know that journals will, I'll miss a day and it'll be thrown in the back of the
That's
jar.
what happens to me because I used to use the good
It's
girl
hard to be
stuff.
consistent with
So
the journal.
what I have decided now is to do 3 or 4 pages and a binder. So you can grow
Your own book.
and you can see your own patterns.
Yeah.
And I just don't know where it's going to go. I don't
That's
know.
a lovely
Now, you
idea.
did mention, though, before we started recording that you are linked in with Sunnis, which is the domestic violence service. So you're looking for sponsors.
So I would love, there's women and children that turn up at Sunnis door or Women's Aid door, any door, and they have nothing. Only the clothes off their back and their kids. And I was lucky enough never to be in that, but you said you were.
I was, yeah. Me and Kevin ended up in refuge for about 4 weeks, and we had absolutely nothing. I remember I was telling you, like, one night she came in, one of the girls with a tracksuit for me, a tracksuit for the baby, and a book, and I burst into tears because I was so grateful. So I can only imagine if somebody had handed me that, I would have felt like a fucking queen. Do you know what I mean? No, you would. Imagine going up because you only have a room in a house, and you're very uncomfortable.
This is yours.
If you have that, that'd make you fit. Give you a little something.
It's not just a box with a pair of pajamas in it. I've really, on the next rebrand, I've really thought the sense, the smell, the taste.
Yeah, even when you open that box, you said you smell it.
Yeah, I want it to be a whole experience for her. Where she can have this pause for herself.
Yeah.
When the baby goes to bed or whatever.
Baby goes to bed, have your shower. If you want to fill in the form, fill it in. Because you're really at your most powerful then. Yeah. Because you're safe.
With yourself.
You're safe.
No, when you're into that refuge, even though they're horrible, but you're very safe.
You know that nobody's coming near you. No. So record that feeling.
Yeah.
And then when you're powerless, go back to that feeling, bring it back to you. That's what I do now. If I'm nervous like today I am, I'll think of a time where I wasn't nervous. And I'll get back in that headspace and then I'm grand.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I want for them. I want them
amazing.
I want them to feel this is where, oh my God, I actually I can write. Like what simple things like that, writing in a journal. I never wrote in a journal because I knew we'd read it.
Yeah.
You weren't able to, she'd probably be used against you.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
How many times did you say that was another thing at the start of the relationship where you think they're getting to know you and they love. And
that's
then,
just them building
and then
their
you
fucking
see
evidence.
it and do you remember that time you'd be like, oh, what the fuck did I tell him that for? Now he's using it against me.
I remember my mother's drug addiction was used against me. Well, he thought he was using it against me. Remember he was threatening me, watch when the judge hears this. And I'm like, what, that my mum's a drug addict? Has nothing to do with me. Do you know, they're mad.
I know, but anyway.
So we're looking for sponsors. We're looking for sponsors.
Love some sponsors to come forward and Sonus have agreed to accept them. And
Brilliant.
Avins, there's another one, not Avins King Thai, it's another refuge.
And they will be donated to
the sponsorship will pay for these and
Brilliant.
I will deliver them and the refuge gives them to the women as they come.
Brilliant.
And we also have children's boxes, but they don't have pajamas in, they have blankies and
they're so
I never saw the
comforting.
kids.
The little kids boxes,
they're on your page, are they?
Yeah, and they have blankie and they have like be brave and some affirmation cards.
And I even think kids now love a bit of affirmation.
Oh, they do.
They love it. Like,
and they love it. They do love it.
I go to bed excited at night now, whereas before I used to just want the day to end.
Yeah.
I go to bed excited at night now.
Looking forward to your next day?
Yeah, looking forward to my next day and knowing that, like, the feedback that we get off these, I know that's what they're doing is what I'm
like, I even have someone in my head now that I know I would buy that for, do you know? Like you know. So I know who would benefit that, you know.
I wrote, this morning I packed 6 orders and I wrote 6 handwritten notes and it was like,
you're nearly crying right now.
Yeah, it's so nice, like, just somebody's thinking of me and you're going to get that and I'm like, it's just lovely.
And look how good it makes you feel to make someone feel loved or someone feel like just warmth.
And then you can only imagine how they feel.
And then you think back to how evil that someone can be towards someone. It's like there's no comparison. Look at the person you are.
Yeah.
So same thing. You're at the turn and you're pain into power and you're still standing.
Do you know what exactly.
And standing even better. Like, do you know what I mean?
Singing the song. But that's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Thank you.
So for the listeners, we want, if anyone can get in touch, if they're willing to support Debbie with her business, obviously Sarita will do up a good little
Sarita.
caption. Yeah, Sarita's the admin.
She'll do the Sarita business.
Yeah, on the corner. But yeah, no, we will. And if anybody has been affected by domestic violence or
anything we discussed.
emotional abuse, we will link a few resources as well.
Great.
Debbie, thank you so much.
you.
Thanks, Debbie. It was great to have you.
Thank you
Thanks,
for having
Debbie.
me.